Hi guys, welcome to the review on DmC Devil May Cry, the reboot of the infamous Devil May Cry series. Well, not infamous, famous, I guess. Whatever. Before I get into this though, I'm going to cover a few ground rules, I guess. Cover a few things. First of all, I'm reviewing it as a standalone game. I'm not reviewing it as a reboot of the original series. I ask that you keep that in mind while listening to this, and also ask that you keep that in mind when you determine if you want to get the game or not. It really is a good game, and it really does keep true to the spirit of the series, so... Anyway, let's get into it. Graphic-wise, I give the game a straight-up 10 out of 10. I love the graphics, I love the character designs, the motion caption was really smooth and fluid, as well as the facial expressions, how they talk, how the lips move. It's really nicely done. You can actually read expressions off their faces, which a lot of games have that, washboard face where they talk, their mouth can, move, it's really fluid and whatnot, but you can't read expression off their face. It's really annoying. But this game really does a beautiful job with that, especially with Dante. He does a really good job. I give the company great kudos for making the graphics as well as they did. Storyline, I give the game a 10 out of 10. It is a beautifully designed story. It really covered a lot of issues I had with the series personally. I'm really glad they did the reboot as they did, which was they covered the past instead of jumping in when Dante is older. In the storyline, you actually discover Dante's roots. You discover what he's like when he was younger, how he awakened to his demon powers, how he awakened to his powers in general. It's really nice. The only place they left unanswered is how he got a hold of his rebellion and how he learned about his powers. And even then, they still hint to how he learned his powers through cutscenes. The sword, however, does appear in a comic, I believe. I can't remember what it is. I think it was a promotional thing for the game itself. But other than that, it's still a really good storyline. I really loved how it ended. And I'm sure a lot of fans of the original series had a little fanboy or fangirl moment when you found out who the final boss was and the epic battle that ensued. Sound, I give that a 10 out of 10 as well. I loved the music. Even though I did dislike the Lilith stage, that's only because of my taste in music, not the music itself. I personally don't like that heavy bass music that you hear at dance clubs and raves. It's just really loud and really strains my ears. That's the only problem I have with music like that. But other than that, it was still really nicely done. I love the sound of the sword, the guns, the shotgun, the sound of the double trigger where it's constantly Dante screaming. Really nice idea considering he's still getting used to the power. Gameplay, I'd actually give that a 9 out of 10. That's because while it does feature all the buttons properly, and it really is a nice concept in my opinion, there is a lot going on in your controller. I mean, sometimes you'll forget left is to pull yourself towards them, right trigger is to pull enemies towards you. And it gets really annoying, especially when you're in double trigger and you have that little time gap to get to the enemy, kill him, get to the enemy, and so on and such forth. But that's about it. There's also the slight problem of sometimes Dante doesn't know what he's doing. Like, you use Stinger and you go flying towards a wall instead of towards an enemy. Or you use your whip when you're trying to get Bathos or Pathos and you pull Stygian towards you. Or you pull yourself towards a Tyrant. But that's just obviousness of happening because there's a lot going on in battles generally. Overall, I'd give the game a 9.5 out of 10. The 0.5 is only for the gameplay aspect. If it wasn't for that, it'd be a straight 10 out of 10. It's a beautiful game, beautifully designed, beautifully voiced. I love the voice work in the game. They actually sound genuine. Except for the screaming during the Mundus battle, but that's besides the point. It's a beautifully designed game, structurally, graphically, audibly. If you're a fan of hack and slash games, I recommend getting it. If you're a fan of Devil May Cry and are holding out because you don't like how Dante looked, get it anyway. There's a DLC that you can turn Dante into the classic Dante if you really want it. But other than that, it's still a beautiful game. I highly recommend it. I am definitely going to get the DLC when it comes out, and yeah, or when I get the chance to anyway. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the LP. If you have, please like and subscribe. You can check out our Facebook channel. You can also check out my webpage, Memento Mori 100% or MementoMoriGaming.weebly.com. It's still a free to use site, so anyway, it's a really good game. Get it, love it. Bye.